Fiction!
Hi, I'm Spencer.
And I'm Kristen.
And we are besties bonding over books.
Yes.
Today we're talking about finale!
Ooh.
The conclusion of the Caraval series, the trilogy. Yeah. And before we get into it, we'll do a brief overview.
Yeah,
I was like, there's no book jacket.
there is.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the inside. But I was going to say, if you haven't read the first two, there are probably spoilers in here.
Yeah, so get on.
Yeah, but if you... Yeah, otherwise, you know what to do. You're smart. It has been 2 months since the Fates were freed from the deck of cards. 2 months since Legend claimed the throne for his own. And 2 months since Tella discovered the boy she fell in love with doesn't really exist. With lives, empires, and hearts hanging in the balance, Tella must decide if she's going to trust Legend or a former enemy. After uncovering a secret that upends her life, Scarlet will need to do the impossible. And Legend has a choice to make that will forever change and define him. Caraval is over, but perhaps the greatest game of all has begun. There are no spectators this time, only those who will win and those who will lose everything.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Give it a 5.
Oh, yeah.
5.
It's the finale.
Yeah, I feel like Stephanie Garber can do no wrong. 5. 5, 5, 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yes, so good.
So if you haven't read it, leave.
Yes.
And if you have, stay. And we'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
So we leave off. He left her on the steps, and she's, like, distraught.
Aww.
Which, like, rightfully so. Legend, what are you doing? Why you be
He's
leaving?
not a good communicator.
He's not. Why you be leaving? Why you be leaving? And then Jax comes, and it's just like... I love Jax.
Yeah.
But also, like, Legend, why are you leaving?
Yeah.
So, and it kind of like, fast forwards, and she's seeing him in her dreams. And she's acting all like, I don't care. And he keeps asking her if, he's like, when you're ready to, cash in on your, cause she won.
Oh, the second Caraval, yeah.
Yeah, she won the second Caraval. And so he's like, when you're ready to cash in on
she gets
your
a wish. Yeah.
And she's just like, I don't need a wish. Yeah, so she's acting very, but the dream visits were really cute. I'm looking at my notes, and I'm just like, oh, he doesn't even say a wish. He says, claim your prize. Yeah, because I was like, I wonder what his idea of, like, the prize is for winning that.
For the first one, it was, like, Scarlet's heart's desire.
Yeah.
Which feels like a wish.
Yeah.
But...
So, like, that's happening, and she's just kind of being, like, aloof with him in the dreams.
Yeah.
But he's, like, they haven't not really seen each other in person, because she's avoiding him, because he left her on those steps.
Yes. And where are we at with the royal family? He is the...
He has claimed the throne.
He has claimed the throne, okay.
He has claimed the throne, because he is, like, I'm the lost child.
Yes.
And she does a really good job of making, like, she does a really good job of making Tella just, like, question, like, is all he wanted was this throne?
Yeah. I'm
just like, no. He wants you, Tella. But she is so insecure.
Yeah.
But
is she not living in the castle too with all of them?
She is.
Because Scarlet is.
They're all in the castle.
They're
all having a jolly good time in the castle. And then, my next note is, Scarlet, stop playing and be with Julian. Because she like, she tells Tella, she's like, I think I'm going to go look for Nicholas. Why?
Oh, because...
The original fiance.
The fiance she thought was him wasn't not him.
It was one of the actors.
Yeah, who was being an ass. So she's like, maybe the real one isn't an ass.
But I'm like, you're with Julian. What are you doing?
Who cares about his fiance?
Exactly. I was so annoyed with that. Because
they just needed conflict for her.
Yeah. I was just like, this was not forced, but I'm like, did we really need this?
No.
Ugh. But it did bring them into the book, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so annoyed with that. And Julie was like hurt. I'm like, I would be too.
Of course, he loves you.
Rightfully so. Y'all like professed your love for each other, drank each other's fucking blood, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go.
Let me be really sure that I want to be with you first.
See. And then she does that. She goes and so Julian, I think he's like off because she's like, I need space.
Yeah. And then he's a respectful man.
Yeah, but he like comes back and he's like, I hated that. And he ends up being like, I'm going with you to meet this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember a lot of this. So.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going with you.
Aww.
And so he goes with her, and the guy was like, I mean, he was just like your average kind of guy. He was like some kind of, not
Merchant?
scientist or something.
Oh.
He did something.
Like, the whole point was he had money, I think,
Yeah,
right?
but he lived like on the
out.
he lived on like on the outskirts of town.
Okay.
And so she does that stupid like bet where she's like, you know, whoever like gives me the like impresses me the most with like some, I can't remember if it was a gift or with like an action or something.
Oh yeah.
It's like you win. Even though you like see kind of like her internal thoughts, and she does not want to be doing this. She's just doing it to prove a point to Julia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop playing.
Well, I think it's because like he played so many games with her, right?
Yes,
like
yeah.
it's kind of like a taste of his own medicine. But like, why, Scarlett?
But like, why? You both know you love each other at this point. Like, all cards are on the table.
Yeah.
Stop playing games.
No.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Quit playing games.
Exactly. And so, you know, you actually kind of do get a lot more of Scarlett than I was remembering in this book.
Okay.
Because they're coming back. They're coming back from seeing Nicholas.
Okay.
And, you know, he was kind of like, whatever, all right.
Yeah. But he does want to be with Scarlett too.
Yes. And I'm like, why do you want to be with her?
Oh.
Like, she's obviously in love with this dude that was just in your house. Anyway, they see that family on the side of the road that's like frozen.
Oh.
Because all the fates are out.
Yeah.
And they see this family on the side of the road. They're just like frozen in place.
Mm-hmm.
And they stop.
Yeah.
And there's like a note.
Yeah.
And it says something. And hold on, let me see. Because I want to get this right. They see this family. And
It was a wedding, right?
yeah, no, that was Once Upon a Broken Heart.
I thought it was
This
the same.
was just like a picnic. This was like a family like at a picnic.
Oh, okay.
Or like some kind of like
It's not the same
celebration.
family? Oh.
No, I don't think so.
I thought that was like.
It could be the same family, but it's not the same situation. They're just like, they're not in stone. These people are just frozen.
Okay.
But she, like the card says something like to tell a truth or something, and they'll be
Freed.
Yeah. And she tells Julian, I didn't really want to make that bet. And I'm like, then what did you? What are you doing? And that's when he's like, I didn't want to go away because I was like, I wanted to be near you, but you said you needed some space, and I hated it. And I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Get it together.
Two dum-dums.
Like, get it together.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, but that's when I said, I was talking about Scarlett. I was like, oh, she's deaf magical, because they saved that family, and then she gets that key. Like the key like appears to her, or the kid gives her the key.
Okay.
The reverie key, and the reverie key like has to be like gifted to you. You can't like take it, something like that. And then all this while.
She caps Jax. What is she doing? Like, we're not there yet. But.
So like all this while, their mom had been like sleeping.
Yeah, I don't like their mom.
I do not like their mom.
No, I remember that strongly.
Do not like their mom. But she wakes up.
Yeah.
She wakes, and nobody's there with her. And Scarlett had told Tella like, I'm leaving to go meet Nicholas.
Yeah.
I need you to be there. And Tella was like, off gallivanting.
Of course Tella was off gallivanting.
Sometimes Tella just thinks about herself.
Yeah. And like Scarlett doesn't want to deal with her mom anyway.
She is resentful for her mom.
As she should be.
Yes. And like, she was kind of just like, not, in the, like, the other book, she's like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And she's like, she left us.
Yeah.
Purposely.
Tella, you're the one who found her. Like, you deal with her.
Yeah. But they get back and she's gone. And I was like, what the hell? Like, their mom left again. I was like, what the hell? I do not like her.
No.
She sucks. And then, so her mom goes and meets Gabriel, and that's when you meet Gabriel, who is like the fallen.
He's like the big bad fate.
Yeah, he's like the OG fate.
Yeah,
the fate that controls all the fates.
Yeah, did he make the fates?
Yeah,
they're like bound,
they're tied.
They're tied to him
for
somehow.
sure.
Yeah.
And nobody like wants to take on Gabriel.
Is this when you find out?
So Find out what?
That she was like dating him.
Yes.
Okay.
So Tella she finds her.
She
finds her and then follows her.
I think Jax might help. He's there too for a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
I think he's trying to stop her from.
Oh wait,
am I too far?
I know what that thing is now.
Sorry. Okay.
So she goes and she follows her, and
yes.
her mom is meeting with Gabriel.
Yes.
And you realize from their conversation and like what's going on that like he loved her.
Yeah. And fates aren't supposed to like love.
Yes, I
it's like a weakness.
Yes, and then I can't remember if you found that out in this book or the book before.
I can't remember either.
But that is the weakness of a fate.
Is love.
So
they avoid it.
Yes, because if you can love,
you become human.
You become human
and can die.
You can die. So that is what Paloma is banking on right now.
She's trying to make him remember he loves her.
So she can kill him. So she tries.
She has a plan. I'll give her that. She has
a plan.
Until it kind of ruins it.
She tries to kill him.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
No.
Then he kills her. And I'm just like, oh, girl, you should have given it more than 10 minutes reunited.
Listen.
You should have fostered that love a little bit more.
At that point, she deserved it. Like, if you thought that was going to work.
Yeah. I feel bad for Tella because Tella was watching this.
She watched it happen, yeah.
But...
Because I think, was Jax trying to hold her back from going to, like, stop her? I feel like he was there to, like...
He was there.
Yeah, okay.
Because then, and then she's just, like, inconsolable.
Yeah.
And she tells Jax, like, just, like, take my pain away.
Yeah.
And then he does. And I'm like, this is gonna... And that's literally when I was like, OMG Jax, what is she doing?
It never ends well.
Yeah. Yeah, it does not end well. And then,
Because is Scarlet Gabriel's daughter?
Yes, you do find that out.
Because that's the magic piece we're talking about.
Yep. And that's what I said. I was like, did she do it? I was like, she did it with a fate, and that's why they have magic? And
yeah.
Why they have magic.
I don't think Tella's his daughter.
Tella is not.
Okay.
They end up being half-sisters.
Yeah, and then because she, like, goes and finds that man.
Yeah.
To kind of, like, hide from him, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, like, I don't think she really liked her husband either.
No.
Yeah, she's got a great picker there as well.
Yeah. My next thing just says, "Oh, Legend is so stupid. Just tell her you love her."
I mean, it's a fair statement. Don't know what that triggered, but.
And then,
we're like in coronation world right now too, right? Like I think he's like.
Yes, he's getting ready for his coronation.
Yeah. Did we kill the other guy in the last book that was being...
Which guy?
Oh, that was Jax. Never mind. I was like, who was pretending the last book?
Oh, yeah. So, hold on. Let me get this, because I am having to remember. So, Paloma dies. She goes to... Jax takes her pain away. Yeah. She thinks there's no repercussions. And there's definitely repercussions.
Magic always has a price.
Yes. And then Jax starts to appear in her dreams. And...
Has he told her that...
He told her that in
his heart beat?
Yes.
Okay.
He told her that in the second book.
And she's kind of like, whoa.
It's just like this weird kind of like pressure.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, why is this?
Yeah.
The whole book I'm just like, why is this? And then...
We start meeting other fates too.
Yes, you start meeting some other fates like poison.
One almost kills her.
It's the maiden. Or
yeah, like outside like a gate or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're like falling in water, almost dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because not all fates are as nice as Jax.
Nope. And then they go. Just found them right here. So Tella's like on the search for a secret on how to kill the fates because at this point they don't know that it's love.
Right. Yeah.
And so they're like looking for that secret marketplace. And then Scarlet, Nicholas is like telling her that he's like determined to win. And then so she decides to meet with him and tell him that like it's off.
Yeah.
And then she like goes to him and he's like dead. Somebody like killed him or something. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he dies. Which
he probably didn't deserve that.
I know. I felt kind of bad for him.
Yeah.
And then Legend does that midnight maze for his like crowning ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when they like kill him and Julian's like he can't actually die. He's immortal.
Yes.
And that's like
because he's
and then Julian tells her, like, that's when they find, like, they kind of piece together, like, he can't love. Like, he cannot love. He cannot be an immortal in love.
Because he's not a fate, but he's built the same, like, by the same methodology.
Yeah, he was, like, made from fate.
Yeah.
Fate's magic. So it's like, he's not one, but he has the same rules apply.
Yeah.
Same rules apply. So.
Which is depressing for Tella.
Yeah. And so they.
Because his magic's also growing as the Fate's magic has grown.
Yes.
Because, he's, like, tied to them. Okay.
And then Scarlet gets kidnapped by Gabriel. And she's, like, kept with that other Fate.
Oh, yeah. Like in a birdcage kind of thing?
Yeah. Like, he keeps them.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I want.
Because it's technically his daughter. I don't know if he knows it or not.
He
might not know it. But he wants that key or whatever.
You know, I think he does know it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he's like, and he knows what. I think he knows what her power should be. Because what he wants is he wants for her control. He wants for her to control emotions.
Yes.
Because she can, like, see emotion.
Uh-huh.
He wants her to try to control it so he'll never fall in love again.
Oh, okay.
So he'll never be vulnerable again. So that's his big shtick.
Gotcha, yeah.
All the while she's, like, using that reverie key. She has it still in her pocket.
Yes.
And she, like, transports back. And she's like, I'm going to stay there and, like, see what I can do.
They're also trying to figure out how to kill him.
Yep. And they, like, try to get this book that, like, will tell you kind of the story of people if it has their blood. And they're trying to get his blood. And she does not succeed in getting his blood. And then he's all angry. And then it's just like... And then, kind of all while that's happening, Tella...
She is in a lot more than I remember.
Yeah, she is. Tella finds that vanishing market.
Okay, yes.
And then she enters by herself. But then Legend ends up there. Like,
yeah, it's
with
like
her.
on like a weird, like...
Yes. And they're like, she's with these, like, making a bargain with these people at this market.
Bargains are dangerous.
And you know what she does? Which I was just like, you made such a whole whatever. Because they are going to give her a secret of Gabriel's. But they ask her, they say to trade her future daughter's secret weakness now for one of Gabriel's. And she agrees! And I'm like, you were so mad when your mother did that with the church.
Yeah.
And you just did the same thing.
Yeah.
The same thing. Yeah. I was so mad.
But in her mind, she's probably like, I'm never going to have kids. Like, Legend doesn't love me.
Well, I'm pretty sure she asked, like, who the dad is. Oh. And Legend is like, who else would it be? And I was like,
aww.
Yes, Legend. Yes. Like,
but bad.
But also, just like, how about you just, like, straight up tell her that you love her?
Right? Because he can't.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah. But it's so frustrating.
It is.
It's so frustrating. And then, they get the secret, and
is the secret just the love thing?
The secret is literally Paloma was the great love of his life.
That's super helpful now that she's dead.
And then it, like, crumbles. It's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying.
If only Paloma had spoken to her children.
Just communicate. So much miscommunication. And then there's a couple of fates that want to help them.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we don't agree with what Gabriel, like, his whole, like, you know...
Take over the world.
Yes. Like, we don't agree with his methodology.
Yeah. Some of them are less violent. The poison guy is nice, I think, too.
Yeah. So, they, like, offer it, and at first they're just like, no.
We don't trust you.
Yeah, we don't trust you, which is, like, fair.
You probably shouldn't.
And that's when they open the box, and she sees that it's like, she's the only human they ever loved, and it's just like, what the hell? And then that's what they get that, the Rusica, the book that has to be read with, like, the blood.
Okay.
That's when they try to get the blood, and Scarlet just, like,
doesn't work out. Yeah. Isn't, like, the other fate, they're, like, telling her or something?
Yeah, and she was like, I told you not to trust me.
Yeah, to be fair, she did tell her.
She straight up told her.
Yeah.
And then, I'm trying to see where we're at. Yeah. And then, like, all while this is happening, there's, like, stuff with Jax happening, too. And he's just, like, determined that he's just gonna weasel his way into Tella's life. And I'm just like, please stop. Because the whole time, I'm just like, why?
She has Legend.
Yes. But I'm still just, like, confused because it's like, why did his heart beat?
His heartbeat, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
So they do find the book though, and they let's see. They try, and then Julian, after Scarlett doesn't check in, he's like, "I'm gonna get her," because she doesn't check in, and that's like not part of the plan. Yeah. And so they go, and they try to get Scarlett, and they do get Scarlett, but then Legend is captured. And then
Bad News Bears.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is so they get that book, and Tella like uses it on herself to see like kind of read her story. Yeah, and it starts beginning listing events of her life, and it says Donatella Dragna marries the Prince of Hearts. And it was like, she was like, wait, what? And then she realizes that when he like took her pain away and like they did something, they like were like married in like the immortal sense.
Oh yeah.
And she like storms his like his like gambling place, and she's like,
how dare you?
How dare you break this?
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And he's like, fine. And so he breaks it. Because the thing is like, I don't think he thinks he loves her, but he's just like, but my heartbeat.
Yeah.
So
and it's like, if that's never happened, you're like, I don't want to lose this.
Exactly. So, but he does.
Jack's a complicated character.
He severs the bond. Well, she severs the bond. She stabs him in the chest. And then she like goes to Legend, and he's like in his room, and he's like all unassuming because he's asleep. And then he like wakes up, and they like, I think they start to get frisky.
Oh.
And she tells tells him she loves him, and he's like, we can't.
I can't love.
Yeah, because he's like, I can't love you like you should be loved.
Yeah. With my whole heart.
Yeah, exactly. And then, at that point, that's when Julian goes and, tries to rescue Scarlett.
And he gets captured.
And, he gets captured. Legend gets captured.
Yeah.
And then they realize that they can use the assassin to go travel back in time, and they were originally going to take Paloma out of the timeline, bring her back, have him look at her, and stab him.
Yeah.
But then she's like, I can't go. But she gives her a dress that she had worn, because Scarlett looks just like her.
Oh.
And she's like, wear this, act like me. Like,
it's kind of creepy.
She was like, told her like, think some like words to use, like some phrase. Yeah. And so they come back, and they do that.
But he knows he killed her.
Yeah, I can't remember how to get around that.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and so...
But that's also her dad, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. And so... Does that work though either? I don't think it does. It does for a minute.
Okay.
It does for a minute. He tells everybody to get out, and then Tella, because she right now, she had like made another deal with Jax to like help her with something, and she was just like, you can just control my emotions, like have at it. And so right now she's like enamored with Jax. And as she's leaving, she says something, and Gabriel like tries to hurt her, and Scarlett defends her, and Scarlett like makes a comment like, Paloma wouldn't want you to do this, but she's still supposed to be Paloma, and he sees through it. But then she starts to try to appeal to him again, and he was like, has a couple of tears, and then one of them's clear, and then Tella stabs him, and he's dead.
Yeah!
And he's dead. I will say, in his like last breath, he was like, take this knife and free everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Love did.
I think if he had stayed alive,
him.
it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But he was just like, you know what? This is the end. Let me repent.
Yeah.
But then Jax tries to like steal away with Tella, and the Legend's like, no. And he like does some magic.
But you don't love me, so why do you care?
Exactly. So he like does some like tries to create an illusion to snap Tella out of it, and Tella is like, he basically starts telling her he loves her. She's like, don't, you won't be immortal. And he's like, it's too late. I love you.
I don't care.
And he is not immortal anymore.
He's human for her.
He's human. And then Scarlett becomes Empress.
Yeah, how does that happen again? I don't remember that.
They basically, because Gabriel, his plan was to
take over,
but he was going to say that his heir was Scarlett.
Oh, and you already had that in place.
Yeah, and that she was the lost daughter of
got a lot of lost kin.
Yeah, and so he was like, she was his backup plan anyway.
Okay.
So she's Empress.
She's Empress.
It's wild. It was a wild book.
Yes. So much happens.
So much happens. I was so glad that Legend, I was like very nervous.
That he'd get away with her.
Yeah, I was like, oh dear. Because it's the whole heart thing that I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But I was very satisfied with the ending of the series. I thought it wrapped up very well.
And it's still like, I feel like, in a good way, left a lot of life open for them. Mm-hmm. Like, they're almost starting a new chapter altogether.
Yeah.
With him being human and, like, her being Empress.
Yep.
So I think that it's also, like, it ties it up, but it also, like, lets you know that there's more to the world, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I was here for it. But yeah, finale. If you want a good trilogy.
It is the finale. Did you have any questions?
We kind of looked at. We went through.
Kind of went through. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, who's your favorite character in this one?
I've always liked Scarlet.
I like Scarlet.
I really like Scarlet.
That's why I like the second book, but she's not in the second book a lot.
But now after you were going through everything, I remember her being in this one a lot more.
Yeah.
I also do really like Jax. I think he's such a complicated character.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of it's clouded by the trilogy that follows this.
Yeah.
But even in these books,
reading these books, not having read that, I liked him a lot.
Yeah, you feel for him.
Yeah, because it's just like, he's doing these things, it's not... He's doing them because he thinks that it's what's good for him. Yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't really know what he wants, I feel like, either.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, my heart... I mean, it's just like...
This is hasn't happened.
Yeah, he's like, logically, this is what I need to be doing because, like, why else would my heart have beat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah. I really like Julian in this book.
Oh, I like Julian a lot.
Yeah. I liked him in this book a lot. My least favorite character would probably be the mom. I did not. Even when she died, I was like, I don't feel like you redeemed yourself.
No. You could have done so much more.
You could have waited a day.
You could talk to your daughters first.
Like, you didn't feel the need to, like, connect with them at all?
No, she was right, because I guess technically if she had killed him, she wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, I thought that was absurd.
No.
Yeah.
Horrible mother. Their dad sucked too, like...
Yeah.
Y'all are orphans now, but you probably should be.
Yeah. They're lucky that they're as normal as they are. With their parents. But yeah, I didn't think she redeemed herself at all.
No.
I was just like, oh, I really don't care.
No.
And I was like, Tella, why are you so sad? Your mom sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I get it, it's your mom, but...
She didn't get to know her before she was gone.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, whatever.
But she, like, chose to do that. She couldn't wait 5 minutes for y'all to get home.
She didn't care enough about you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was so annoying.
She did not care enough about you.
Yeah, that was very annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, mom's definitely and least favorite character, for sure. She sucked.
What are we cheersing to, then?
Oh,
Empress Scarlet?
Yes, Empress Scarlet. I like that.
The new...
Yeah, may your empire reign.
Yes.
And then next we're talking about Spectacular.
Spectacular.
Which is in the same universe, and it's a little novella. A little treat.
Join us for some holiday fun.
Yes.
In the whenever month this comes out.
Yes. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.